Hey folks, welcome back here to the VegasDon channel. We're just gonna wait a couple seconds for some folks to join. It is about 5:45, so I started a little bit later than I wanted to here this evening. But nonetheless, we're here at 5:45 instead of 5:30, and wanted to get you guys a glimpse of this place here, Bootleggers, right here. 70 years of Las Vegas history, historic family and celebrity photos right here being advertised at Bootlegger. This is actually a very popular spot among a lot of locals. They have a great Italian food restaurant in here that I've heard a lot of things about, and I still haven't been here yet, but it is definitely a place that is very well loved by a lot of folks. So if you're in town, maybe check it out. See what it's about. Here on the VegasDon channel. Just gonna wait for a few more folks to join before we get started here. Very grateful for all of you guys coming out and watching us here this evening. Joseph, welcome, buddy. Thanks for being here. We are just gonna wait for a couple seconds for some more folks to join, and we'll get going here. Start heading northbound on the Las Vegas Strip here in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. Hope your week was good, Joseph. Really appreciate you being here. So Bootlegger, the Bootlegger over there, it says. Weddings, bistro, and events, 30 to 300. So they do catering and stuff like that. 70 plus years of Las Vegas history, historic family and celebrity photos. Experience vintage Vegas, which is largely unavailable nowadays because vintage Vegas has pretty much gone the way of the dodo bird. The way that they've, revamped and remodeled so many times now that things don't look the way they used to 50 years ago. Or even more than that, right? 70 years ago, back in the 50s, the old Vegas. Temperature outside right now, car reads 113 degrees out there. Very, very warm day here in the Vegas Valley, and it's been very windy all day. Felt the wind push the car around a little bit, bullying the car around with all the wild winds, and we've had a lot of smoke. If you've watched our Las Vegas Strip View live look-ins every evening at sunset, you'll know that there's been a lot of smoke from the California fires here in the area that has saturated the Vegas Valley. It just keeps pumping in. They say it's from the fire that's near Santa Barbara. Hey, Tobin, thanks for coming. Thank you for being here, buddy. Yeah, so there's a fire burning just north of Santa Barbara, they're saying, and the winds are pushing that smoke over this way. We got 10 in here. We'll go ahead and get going. This is Bootleggers here for anyone just joining. Italian food and gaming bar right here. I've never been inside, but I've heard a lot of good things about it, so I would like to check it out one day. Try and find our way out of this. Ah, there we go. Over here, $4.09 a gallon at Chevron for regular unleaded. We're down here on the south end of Las Vegas Boulevard, and just gonna wait for these guys to go by. Hope everyone had a great week. Really grateful that all of you are here. I know you guys could be anywhere on your Saturday nights, and I'm very grateful that you're here with me. Especially if you're on the East Coast. East Coast time, approaching 9 p.m. I'm a little bit later than I wanted to be. Apologies for that, guys. Thank you, Paula. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. Very cool. So now heading northbound here on Las Vegas Boulevard from Blue Diamond. Bootleggers good. Oh, nice. Mike, welcome, Michael. Thanks for being here. Longest continuously operated restaurant. Very cool. I didn't know that. Okay. I will definitely have to check that out. I wanted to, I need to get some gas after driving around all afternoon, so I had to find myself a 7-Eleven, because I'm like a member or whatever, their gas club thingy. And, oh, there's one over here on Warm Springs. I didn't realize that. On Warm Springs and Las Vegas Boulevard as well. 103. So the car right now says it's 113. 113 out there. Of course, that's the heat from the pavement and all that. I'm sure officially at the airport they're going to say it's like 106 or something. But yeah, it's been a very, very warm day, very windy day as well, pushing not as much of the smoke into town, but you could certainly see in the distance there the Sheep Mountain Range at the north end of town there on the horizon. There's definitely some particulates in the air in between us and those mountains directly ahead. Now passing Tahiti Village, which is a big timeshare facility. They have rooms and stuff there, but it's mostly for like folks that have timeshares. We come up here to the interchange here with the 215 Beltway, which encircles the entire Las Vegas Valley for the most part. There is no eastern section, there probably never will be, but over here on the left you have this terrific convenient ramp over here for Town Square over there, which is a collection of a bunch of dining and entertainment options over there. One of those 80 entertainment options is going away and relocating up to the Cosmo, and that is Blue Martini. Blue Martini is a longtime favorite for a lot of locals here, especially since it had free parking and it was relatively easy to get into and out of. But being at the Cosmo, those two elements are going to be missing now. So we come up here to Sunset Road, another major east-west artery here in town. And that light, wow, can't believe it held for us. This is that little spur railroad line, runs over from the Union Pacific Railroad line, heads out to where the Basic Magnesium plant used to be out there in Henderson, way out there. And then on our right, we have we're looking down the throat of the main runway here at Las Vegas International Airport. Located right here next to, well, no, not next to, because you still have to walk quite a ways to get over here, but I would not recommend walking at all from the airport over here, unless you're like rich, you know, and you can use this executive terminal over here, and if you're rich, you're probably going to be able to afford your own limo or whatever anyway. So look at all these tails, all these airplane tails here, the private jets all in town. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, gosh, there's a whole bunch of them over here. And then there is the world famous Welcome to Las Vegas sign made by Yesco, which has made a lot of signs here, a ton of signs here in the Las Vegas Valley. Shout out to Tobin for that one. Tobin is a wealth of knowledge. We're just waiting for Tobin to get his channel started. He'll be retiring very shortly here, and we can look forward to him taking some trips and other material. This traffic is really backed up, so they've got this third lane blocked off now, so that'll create some congestion. I'm guessing it's up here by the oh, thanks, Paula. Yeah, I was really, really proud of her. Yeah, right on. Thank you, Paula. Thanks. Yeah, she was nervous, but she did a good job of not showing it. She wanted to put on a very good show for Vegas Unlocked. Yes, thank you, Tobin. As well as Michael, if you would drop your link as well. Mike has a terrific channel as well, VidsFromMike here on YouTube. He does some sensational sunrise and sunset drone videos, to include plane spotting and something called Janet Airlines once in a while. If you don't know Janet, get to know her. Fascinating stuff. We have the Mandalay Bay over here on the left. Cinnamon was great. Thanks, Tobin. Yeah, I know if she was here, I'm sure she would be very grateful and thankful that you said that. Yeah, she's extremely humbled by by you guys and your praise. Thank you. Helix Electric. So there's a big crane up here on the site of the A's Stadium, the future A's Stadium. Yes, Michael, I saw that, yeah. So they're pouring concrete for it now. And hopefully that will start that 3-year clock between now and, what, the end of March, which is typically Vegas Unlocked, right on. We were just mentioning you. Please drop a link to Vegas Unlocked as well. Really appreciate you guys being here. Vegas Unlocked does some fantastic streams here in Las Vegas, in addition to some other material that you don't want to miss. I don't want to play plot spoiler, but there is a wealth of information and stuff that you can really use when you're here on your Vegas vacation. Thank you, Brother Michael. Right on. Yeah, Vegas Unlocked, really, really cool people. They were out last night, and they were there at the 3rd Street stage, I believe it was, with the guys dancing, doing the dance off there. That was really cool, watching the dance off. It's better than watching people fight down there, which of course went on after midnight. Yes, Tobin, I was just going to mention that. Yes, Karen's Food Channel. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Karen does some great cooking videos as well. So definitely check those out. She is very, very good at providing detail on all of the different recipes that she shows on her channel. So we're very grateful that she started that one up. So I heard from someone, or I read online actually, they said that the Zooks, they went up to the Zooks counter at the Cosmo, and they told them there that Zooks is not actually available for taxiing yet. It is in test mode, but you can use it for sightseeing. I don't know if that's true. Vegas Unlocked, do you have any insight on that? Because, I mean, I hear these things and I'm like, no. Because Vegas Unlocked took it. But, yeah, there's a lot of course, misinformation running around out there online. That is true. Oh, okay. Huh. I didn't know that. I saw that, Paula. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Vegas Unlocked. Anonymous donor, huh? Fantastic. That's really cool. Really, really cool. You guys are awesome, Vegas Unlocked. Honestly, that's above and beyond. Very, very cool stuff. So I'm on one of these metal grates right now, at least the front wheels are. That's a little unnerving. The front end of the car goes flying. Absolutely, Vegas Unlocked. You guys are terrific, man. I really wanted to see if we could get you guys up to 3,000 last night. We were up. You were. You had like, I think you were up over 300 at one point in your chat, and I'm like, why are you guys not subscribing? And how do you know if they're live if you're not subscribed? Although I guess I've never tried to do that, right? Hit the notification bell without subscribing. Is that something you can do? But then that takes the fun out of it. Because I want to be able to see, you know, especially when I go through my Roku interface there on YouTube, I want to be able to see the different streamers that I'm subscribed to, and then they have the little red dot next to them, of course, to show that they're either live, or a blue dot to indicate that they have a new video. So that's very, very helpful for sure. Cinnamon and I, we watch really nothing but YouTube right now. The NFL will be starting up, of course. First weekend is September 7th. Although the first game of the season is actually on the 4th, which is, the Cowboys and the Eagles. But always a big time here, football season in Vegas, of course, because people love to come in here and gamble, love spending their money. Everyone hopes to... And then I saw on Robinhood, the Robinhood app, you can do like some sort of probabilities betting on there, on different games. Right now it's focused on like MLB and the AL champ and the NL champ. 458, nice. Very cool, Vegas Unlocked. That's awesome. Yeah, that's you guys are rocking it out there. Fremont. And then after you guys left, oh, so they're tearing apart the roadway here. Probably in advance of the stadium. Well, at least they're working on a weekend. That's good. Naturally, you have two guys just sitting on the wall there. Must be union jobs. Or maybe the Sopranos are running the job here. Paulie Walnuts, just hanging out. So we got this big drill over here. Look at that thing. Trying to get under the roadway. Open trench. Tony Soprano's, of course, from the TV show The Sopranos. Cool, thank you, Joseph. Yeah, it's weird, like it's wonky. The app is like wonky on the phone, and it's wonky on Roku as well. So like sometimes it'll just stop playing videos, and I'm like, what happened? And so I have to go back and actually restart the entire Roku thing all over again. But I appreciate that. Thank you. 59 new, nice. That is a good day at the office. Very cool. I love it. And guys, again, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Please like and subscribe. We really appreciate all of you guys being here. And please check out Vids from Mike, VidsFromMike, as well as Cinnamon and Jupiter, my beautiful wife's channel, and Vegas Unlocked. All right, we're back to 3 lanes. Yay. Well, we'll have to keep that in mind in the future, so we don't spend a lot of time sitting in traffic there for future videos. There's the Luxor right there in its pyramidal splendor. And then here is, well, no, that's an empty parking lot. I was going to say that's the, there's the big crane, well, at least one of them, cranes in there, pouring concrete for the A's Stadium, which again, is supposed to seat 30,000, but they're only going to have 8,000 parking spots. 10,000 total, but 2,000 are supposed to be for employees and stuff like that. So if you're a family of 4, then I guess that figures, you know, each car will be full of 4 people, and then that's great. But if you're driving solo down here, you may end up having to park at one of the casinos. Oh, he did. Nice. Very cool. Thank you, Vegas Unlocked. I didn't hear that. My son runs around with the remote. That's another reason that I have to restart the Roku all the time. He's always messing with that thing. That's very cool. Nice. Yeah, he's a really, really cool guy too. Mike Phoenix. He doesn't have a YouTube channel, but he's a really awesome dude. There's New York, New York, with the 2/5 scale Statue of Liberty, 40% of the size that's one that's in New York Harbor. Mr. Chris, welcome. Thank you for being here. And then this week, I saw they were doing work on the big, majestic bronze lion there out in front of MGM Grand. Probably cleaning it up, polishing it up, and all that. That is the largest bronze statue in the Western Hemisphere. Shout out to Tobin. And shout out to Tony Teresi. I don't see him in here yet, but Tony has his own channel too. And he's down under, so he brings a whole new perspective for those of us here in the US as to what goes on down under, down south from Queensland, Australia. The Art of Japanese Cuisine, Morimoto, Las Vegas at MGM Grand. Okay. So I'm sure you guys have all heard by now the numbers for June and early July were down 6%, roughly, year over year. But the gaming win went up slightly for June. I don't know. Yeah, there's no money laundering going on in this town. None. But you could always tell by the sidewalks out here. And I know, I mean, I was watching, especially Vegas Unlocked on Wednesday nights too, when they go to various places, you can see on a weeknight what it's like. And a lot of the places are just plain empty on the inside. I'm sure that has nothing to do with, you know, $26 bottles of water or anything. But again, Caesars and MGM, both their CEOs said, yeah, we expect a little softness right now this time of year. Softness is their term for it. Hard Rock right there, Hard Rock Cafe. I wonder if they're going to relocate that to its larger property once it opens up there. Relocate that big guitar out there. Crack Shack over there, it says. Southern California fried chicken. Okay. And so yeah, traffic is down. The CEOs are saying, nah, it's going to be fine. The conventions will come back in the fall. Things will be great. Everyone's going to enjoy $26 bottles of water and checking in 30 minutes early for $60. Not a problem. And then, of course, F1 will be here, ruining everything in November. I mean, racing up and down the strip in November. So we cross Harmon, which is where the F1 cars turn and make a left right in front of us here to head back over towards where the paddock is over there off of Koval. Done videos of that as well, so definitely check that out. I haven't been inside yet, but done the exterior of the places. And Vegas Unlocked does a lot of interiors of a lot of these attractions here in town, so also please check them out. The fountains going over there. At least they were. So we passed by Bellagio. And the Bellagio fountains. Oop. Oh, that little Toyota in the way there. I saw that Vegas Unlocked, yes. So the locals casinos are doing great. In fact, they call it the Boulder Strip. All those little, I think there's 41 of them that I saw in the article. They said there's 41 that comprise the Boulder Strip. And those places did awesome. I mean, not awesome, but I mean, far better than what's going on down here. So, again, the locals, you know, it's hard enough for locals to get in and out of these casinos. They're huge, they're massive. Even if parking was free, it would still be a problem trying to navigate and all that. That's like why I was mentioning Blue Martini earlier, because Blue Martini, they're relocating from Town Square up here to Cosmo. And you're going to have to pay to park, and then you're going to have to walk the whole way through the whole thing in order to get the Blue Martini. I don't see many locals doing that. So they're going to lose locals business. I don't see that as a blueprint for success, but what do I know? Cromwell over here. Soon to be Vanderpumps. Yes, be absolutely. Yes. Especially Fremont. Well, so Fremont, and I mentioned it last week too. One of the things about Fremont is that right now you've got a lot of the properties down there running summer specials because of what's going on, right? So they're doing this all-inclusive thing, like $200 for 2 nights plus $100 meal and drink credit or something like that. I think that's at the Plaza. Don't quote me on that, but I mean, you can just look on their websites, I'm sure, and see what they've got going on. So that's bringing in kind of the bargain shoppers, right? As well as other folks. But that's bringing in bargain shoppers. So the numbers are going up because of that. It'll be interesting to see what their room occupancy rates, what that percentage will be. Definitely go to Fremont for the deals, yes. Yes. And Four Queens is set to become a non-smoking hotel, I think in November, they said. And there is the Hard Rock, the new location, or newer, for the Hard Rock there. Steadily climbing higher into the sky here above the Las Vegas Strip. And there's the Mirage, awaiting its new life. White Castle over here, one of 3 locations in Las Vegas. The other one on Fremont Street, and the third is over there off of Paradise, which is better for locals because they have a drive-through and you don't have to come down here and mess around with this traffic. Tony, welcome! Thank you so much for being here. Please drop your link to your channel, Tony, as well as Vegas Unlocked and vids from Mike. And if Tobin, if you would take care of Cinnamon and Jupiter for me, I really appreciate it. The folks come in and out of this the streams all the time, especially the live streams. So we get like a new batch of folks that come in every so often, every number of minutes, like 6 or 7 minutes or something like that. So definitely want to help you guys find the best of Las Vegas. And Vegas Unlocked definitely does that. Tony Teresi's the best of Australia. Thank you, Brother Tobin. Yes, very cool. And as always, please like and subscribe here to the VegasDon channel. We are very grateful for all of you being here and supporting us. We do all things Vegas here on the VegasDon channel. All over the place. I was thinking about doing a video down in Prim again because they've closed, what's it called down there? Whiskey Pete's? Or Buffalo Bill's, one of those. But like the banquet hall or something is still open. I got to go down there and check it out and see what they're doing. And then of course the Ivanpah down there, the solar farm that is hurting birds and aviation travel. But I think Tobin said in one of his comments that they're looking to close that now after all the issues that Ivanpah has created. Venetian Palazzo over here off to our right. The Sphere is located behind these properties, so it's not on the strip here. And for fun, I looked up before I came out earlier today, tickets for Backstreet Boys tonight, the cheapest one, $160 at the Sphere. $160. So the Sphere, they're trying to make that $2.3 billion that they paid to get that place built back in a hurry. Darkoff, welcome. It is closing. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I want to get out there and try and take some video of that before that closes too. Highlight all the problems that place has caused. And the aviation traffic certainly coming to and from Southern California that had to fight those big mirrors that are up there on the top of those water towers, because the solar energy gets absorbed into these water towers, which heats up the water inside them and creates electricity. But they have these huge mirrors on the top of them, and you don't want to look at those things either. It's like looking straight into the sun. And they've wreaked havoc for aviation traffic for years. That is the world's second largest LED screen over there, if you can believe it. That is larger on the side of Resorts World. That is larger than the one that's down on Fremont Street. That stretches for 4 blocks long. Janet Jackson. Final show, September 10 through 20? The pole was blocking it there. And so Resorts World's still doing the free parking thing until Labor Day, but that's coming up rapidly now. That's what, 4 weeks away? No, 3 weeks away now. Gosh, this summer's flying by, huh? Where's this year gone? Encore and Wynn over here off to the right. Both beautiful properties if you've never been. My humble opinion is that either Encore Wynn or Palazzo Venetian are going to be the nicest hotels you have, the best of the best, if you will, here in Las Vegas. Now, I've not been to Waldorf Astoria, which is housed inside another building, or the Ritz-Carlton, which is, again, housed inside another property. But those are very beautiful properties, those 4 that I mentioned there. And, you know, not leaving Las Vegas, Steven mentioned this week, he's like, how do these places stay open? When we just passed the fashion show mall back here, he's like, how do these places stay open? Pointing over to the restaurants that are on like the kind of the out parcel there at the fashion show, and they were all closed, like Fat Tuesdays and some other little, you know, chicken place or something, and they were closed. And he's like, how do these guys stay open? How do they make money? And that's a very good question. How do all these places stay open, especially when Monday through Wednesday at least? Oh, nice! At Live, very cool. Monday. Very cool, thank you. We were wondering about that, because we were like, who are they interviewing next week? It's become a thing now. Please like and subscribe to Vegas Unlocked. They do some awesome interviews here on YouTube, on their channel. So Monday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. You don't want to miss that. Spandex Nation is one of the longest running live bands here in Las Vegas. They were down on Fremont, and then they slowly started doing fewer and fewer nights down on Fremont as we passed by Sahara. And then they were doing Carnival Court down there at Harrah's that we just passed back there. But now they're not on Fremont at all. And officially, the band says they're taking a break. I want to know what the unofficial story is. What's the behind the scenes? Because Fremont has added new bands. In fact, they added something called Glam, which I'm sure you guys have seen, the rock band, and then some other bands too that have kind of emerged anew down on Fremont Street. 10 years, yeah, that's an eternity, especially in Vegas. 10 years. And Zoe Bowie, what, 15, right? They've been going for 15 years. Usually, in the entertainment industry, usually those things are about money. I don't know. That's just my guess. Usually that's what it comes down to. It's just like sports, right? Someone wants to leave a team because they think they can make more money somewhere else. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, Vegas Unlocked. Definitely don't miss that. 6:30 p.m. Pacific. There's some awesome interviews. Karen and David. And if you can catch them on their Fremont stream live Friday nights, you might be lucky enough to catch Dave dancing, which is always fun. Everyone loves seeing Dave have a good time. Karen always has a good time, and that's a good thing. But Dave's busy on the phone in the back, behind the scenes, right? Chatting with the folks in chat. He's always busy working. We want to see Dave get out there and do some dancing. 74 here. Thank you guys so very, very much. Really appreciate you guys being here. Really means a lot to us. Please like and subscribe again if you're new. Also, we have memberships available that, among other things, offer members-only access to, well, not members first access to new videos scheduled into the future. Right now, I think we're scheduled out like a month in advance, something like that. And made some more today, so those will be up there. And Sahara right here. I think Sahara still has free parking. And Westgate behind it took away free parking, but now it seems to be driven solely on what kind of events they have going on. I am, Mr. Chris. Yes, absolutely. Let's go over here. This Walgreens here has this huge LED. I wonder how much. I always wonder how much Walgreens is getting paid for that. So the Strat, what is it? Golden Gaming or Golden Entertainment, I think it is, that owns the Strat. They're the ones that own like PT's and some of the other places around town. They announced, and I believe the numbers were, their hotel occupancy went from 72% occupied to 69%, which of course no CEO wants to see. Now their location, of course, being right up here at the north end of well, just past the north end of the Strip. Not ideal, and again, the neighborhood around it. Bad Andrew, welcome. Thank you so much for your insight. I really appreciate you helping me out with a lot of that, those old locations and stuff around town. That's really cool. Like the Smog place that used to be a Dunkin' Donuts and all that. That's really cool. Thank you for your contributions. Cincinnati Street here. So yeah, the one of the most sketchy areas is right here behind the Strat. One of the most sketchy areas in town. can see the back of the Aztec Inn Casino there, which has had its own share of misfortune over the years. Let's go over here. And so we've got the Las Vegas City, welcome to the City of Las Vegas arches that we just passed there, as well as the huge 50-foot tall showgirls there. You guys go ahead. Uncle Cliff, welcome. Thank you for being here, brother. Nice. Very cool. Yeah, so Vegas Unlocked, I was mentioning, so after you guys left down there last night, there were nine people live streaming on either YouTube or TikTok there last night. I was like, goodness. And then someone commented in the chat and said, so does everyone that lives in Vegas have a YouTube channel now? But that's cool. I mean, that's, you know, it's bringing it to the world. And again, with the casinos, you would think they'd want the publicity, but again, some of them just shut you down when you walk in the door with a camera. They see the gimbal and they think, okay, get out of here. I know Golden Gate did that to me a couple months ago, and I haven't been back in since. Absolutely, thank you, Andrew. Yeah, and another member here in the chat right now, Tobin. Tobin has a lot of knowledge about Vegas as well. So it's interesting to hear your contributions in addition to Tobin's. Really helps me learn a lot about what goes on here and what has gone on, where we are versus where we've been and how we got to where we are. $26 bottles of water and all that. So we're going to go down Main Street right here. There are the 50-foot tall showgirls with poker chips and dice at their base. And there's Atomic Golf right there, behind which they're supposed to be building, or at least to the side or something like that, they're supposed to be building a Top Gun attraction at some point. There's a dispensary right there on the right. That's another thing about Fremont. So I see so many children down there. I mean, like kids. I see parents at 11 p.m. with kids in strollers walking Fremont Street. There are people out there drinking and, you know, getting wild and smoking, if you know what I mean. And just, you know, you get a lot of different folks down there, especially the folks from the unhoused, unsheltered, homeless folks. Then you just put all that together, and it's, I don't know why you would bring a child down there at 11 p.m. Oh, right on, Cliff, yeah. Well, you know, it's funny. There are a lot of people out there who, I call it hate watching, right? They are hate watching because they hate Vegas, but they're watching it anyway. And so these people will get into chats and they'll be like, oh, Vegas is dirty. Vegas sucks. Vegas this, Vegas that. And it's like, you know, there are other live streamers in other cities. You know, go check those guys out. You know, if you don't like Vegas, I mean, I tend to be a little bit cynical about Vegas and about some of the things that I see around town. But overall, I live here. I mean, you're not going to find a place that always has something going on anywhere else like Vegas. Maybe New York. I wouldn't want to live in New York, though. That would be, yeah, I couldn't afford it anyway. Oh, I'm not going to be pulling into the Hangover this evening because there's a motorcycle cop in there with someone. Apologies for that. So the Hangover mural, it was right back behind us from the third movie where they all walked across, a la Abbey Road, the Beatles. But the motorcycle cop took care of that for us this evening. So I looked also for for that hotel, the English hotel, and my mistake last week was I didn't go straight on Main Street, and Main Street is one way northbound here. So I'm gonna go right here because it should be just north. Yeah, so it's like 900 something. Oh, Florida plate. And you know, what are these? Just one of the, I was trying to show you guys this. One of the little things here in Vegas. There's a little UFO sitting there advertising something. Here on the corner of Main Street in Charleston. You just never know what you're going to see. Yes, excellent, Tobin. That's the way to do it. Yeah, in my for my channel. I know every channel's different, but yeah, I mean, it's some days, and I get it. You know, people have a bad day. You know, everyone has a bad day. Rental, yeah, exactly. Sal, you're here. Welcome, buddy. Thanks for being here. Right on, guys. If you haven't heard of Sal and the Cali Plains / Cali Drives channels, please like and subscribe. Really awesome dude. He does some terrific plane spotting from both San Fran and LAX, as well as he'll throw in some San Jose and LA or Vegas as well. There it is, right there on the right, the English Hotel. So this is the place that Nick Nolte, I keep saying that, Nicolas Cage has been. He'll just come and park out in front and go in there and he'll eat and stuff. But just one of those things that, you know, because he has a residence here, and from what I understand, he stays here quite a significant part of the year. Main Street Moto right there. So, whoa, that's a bike lane. So this is Hoover Avenue right here. Hoover and First Street. As we get closer to Fremont Street in downtown Las Vegas. Yes, Sal, absolutely. It's brutal. I couldn't imagine doing what you do here in July and August. No way. Oh my God. And so you have like a tent or umbrella above you when you're doing San Fran and LA, right? I think. Does that help at all here? We pass through Casino Center Boulevard here in downtown Las Vegas. Come up here to 3rd Street. They're trying to really help, and it's taking a lot of time. But yeah, he was part of the impetus behind the whole Fremont East district and really trying to help build that up. In fact, when the Electric Mushroom opened up, I saw they had the mayor out there doing her rah-rah shish boom ba or whatever. Ironically, she mentioned nothing about the unhoused, unsheltered, homeless population when she was there and what she was doing to help mitigate and ameliorate that situation, but maybe it slipped her mind. This is Las Vegas Boulevard here, the same Las Vegas Boulevard upon which we were just located. Going to turn northbound now. 100, yes, thank you guys so very, very much for being here. Really appreciate you guys hanging out with us on this Saturday night on the East Coast. And for Tony, Sunday night, Tony Teresi from Down Under. Very grateful for you guys. Be Real, thank you for being here. And New Zealand, we've got Australia and New Zealand in the house. Awesome. So you guys, if you're familiar with the television show Pawn Stars, this is their building location right here. And I'm going to circle around. Just don't want that car to back out. Yes, Sal. Right on. All right, so this is Pawn Plaza over here, opened up in 2015, which was part of Rick Harrison's brainchild, trying to create a shopping district here attached to the property for Pawn Stars, which of course is right there. Really, really cool stuff. Yes, Vegas Unlock, I saw that, yeah. Yeah, he's, those guys, so anyone who doesn't know, all right, Major League Baseball, the Oakland A's, that team, for many, many years, their ownership has been, for lack of a better word, cheap. And probably euphemistically speaking, I could say they've been very parsimonious, but it's the same thing. They have been known to, you know, once they get their talent developed and all that, then they'll trade it away so that they can keep their payroll very, very low. Because in baseball, they all share in the revenue, the TV revenue. So for them, filling seats at the stadium is not as important as that TV revenue. And they all share it, right? So, I mean, you got the Dodgers and the Yankees, the big market teams that share, they pool all that money together. And so those smaller teams, like the Marlins, etc., they get to share equally along with the big city teams. So that's a big deal in baseball until they ever change it, which they may never do that at all. So because of that, those guys coming here, you know, that's, we'll see how that develops, especially as they're, you know, brand new here. The Marshalls over there, brand new to Vegas, and you have so many Dodgers fans in this town. Like, seems like everywhere I look, there's a Dodgers jersey. So we'll see how that, how those folks take to the new baseball team being here. But my point in all of that is saying that, you know, he spent the money on that property, but will he end up buying another one because he realizes that I can do better than this, because their history has been to be very cheap with the money and stuff like that. And that's what a lot of teams do in baseball, unfortunately. I mean, my Miami Marlins, even though they're having a surprising season this year, they're very cheap with the payroll. As soon as they develop players and they get players, as we pass by Fremont Street and the Fremont Street experience, as soon as they get players that make a name for themselves, Giancarlo Stanton was one of them. He went to the Yankees, etc. And I hope they don't try to do that, at least when they're just starting out here, because you want to endear yourself to the fans, right? You really want to help grow your fan base. $127. Thank you guys so very, very much for being here. Got distracted a little bit by Metro over there. So, what is it? Is it the Gold Spike or the Downtown Grand? One of them is in financial trouble. I think it's the Grand, isn't it? 150, I know. 118 right now, the car reads. 118. Again, that's the heat from the pavement and everything coming up, and all that. Be boiling eggs on the hood of the car at this point. This is Ogden right here. Oh, who's he going after? Oh, he just did that. Well, he had the light anyway. 7-Eleven up here on the right. One of 162 still remaining here in Las Vegas. Vegas Unlocked. So I'm actually gonna go do the Dr. Rock tonight, because AWOL Nation I was never really a fan of, and Gym Class Heroes, there's only one song by them that I like, and so for me to stand there at that 3rd Street stage, and I know last year when Mark from The Other Me was there doing his live streams, on the nights that they had concerts on those 3rd Street stage there, they would charge him $100 to sit there, where he would live stream from usually. $100. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stream Dr. Rock tonight as we pass the Mob Museum over here on the right. Former U.S. Post Office, former U.S. Federal Courthouse. And we have a red light right here coming up. I'm gonna wait right here. No, okay, 0. Okay, oh goodness. I was gonna stop. I don't even want there to be a question with the cops. Okay, good. He went straight. Woo! 101. Wow. Yeah, Dr. Rock is good. I like him. I like Spandex Nation too. So again, if you're just joining, please like and subscribe. Also, please check out Vegas Unlocked. They will be interviewing long-time, 10 years and still counting, Las Vegas band Spandex Nation on Monday night at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. So you don't want to miss that, Spandex Nation, especially if you like their live music, live rock and roll, 80s rock especially. Obi-Wan, welcome. Thank you for being here. Punch it, yeah, exactly. I'm sorry if I've missed any of your messages. I've been trying to focus a little bit on the street so that I don't crash the car again like I did that one time. But I definitely want to say thank you guys for being here, and thank you for commenting if you've been in here. And my mods, shout out to my mods. Thank you guys so very, very much. You guys are all awesome. And so Sal, if you're free later, I'll be there at Whiskey Liquor doing the Dr. Rock's live stream starting at 8 Pacific, 11 Eastern. So we come up here to Carson Avenue, named for Johnny Carson. Just kidding. And that's the plaza over here on the right, the facade of which was, of course, used in the movie Back to the Future 2, where it was Biff's Pleasure Palace. South Arkansas Fire Protection District? What is he doing out here? That fire truck. So please like and subscribe to Vegas Unlocked, as well as Vids from Mike, VIDSFROMMIKE. Awesome, sensational sunrise and sunset drone videos here in Vegas, including plane spotting. As well as Cinnamon and Jupiter, common spelling on that. That's my wife's channel. She does some awesome spirituality and astrology videos that you do not want to miss. So please check those out. As well as Cali Drives and Cali Planes with Sal. Sal is an awesome dude, awesome guy, just very pleasant to listen to. You could turn him on in the background and just go clean the house while he tells you the planes that are coming into either San Fran or LAX. So yeah, this is South Arkansas, 10-11, Salida, Colorado, it says on it too. He's all confused. This is the queue here for the taxis, waiting for fares from the Golden Nugget right in front of us. Rush Tower over here on our left. And we've got the pedestrian crosswalk here. And let's see how much it is to park here on a Saturday night. Downtown Las Vegas, Fremont Street, next to the Golden Nugget. $50. $50 US. Oh, he's waiting for, okay. I'm like, what are you doing? Condor, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I look up once in a while. So guys, again, I'm so sorry if I don't see your chats, but please do chat and engage. We're so grateful for all of you being here. This is a very welcoming and happy vibe channel, especially when we do our live streams. I love the community we have here on the VegasDon channel. I know, right? $50. Oh, so what was it? Ah, man, where was that at? Somewhere was advertising a Modelo, a can of Modelo, as a special for $9. A can for $9, 12 ounces. Yes, thank you, Tony. Right on. Oh, this guy's really close over here. All right, guys, what are we doing? Oh, you're waiting for the, okay. Pedestrian. There we go. So we're gonna go up Casino Center. Wow, Metro is really out tonight. They've been out, I mean, but I'll say more visible in the last week. They've been really visible. Last weekend they were very visible too. Nice, Vegas Unlocked. Very cool. Yeah, Vegas Unlocked definitely does. I haven't, AB. I haven't. I was talking about that with Cinnamon. The thing is, we have our boys, and our boys are, going to be 4 and 2 this year, so we have to we have to tend to them, and I don't want to, do that at the expense of getting to talk to anyone. But that would be really cool. Really, really cool. We'll have to plan something. Yeah, Vegas is A very dynamic town, as you know, if you've watched this channel for a while. All sorts of things going on all the time. Nice, Sal, that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, Vegas Unlocked does a lot of Vegas content, a lot of stuff that you don't see on any other channels. So definitely check them out, as well as Karen's food channel, cooking and food channel. This will come back up here to Carson. And Four Queens, it says free valet and self-parking right now, parking with validation. Nope, not tonight, not when there's a concert. These special events, they do not validate. And there should be a sign or something out in front. Lady J, wow, thank you for being here, Lady J, wow. Very cool, Lady J and the Papi Chulo channel. Guys, if you have not heard of the Las Vegas Papi Chulo channel, please like and subscribe. Very cool, dude. As we come up here to the crossing for Fremont Street and the Fremont Street experience here across Casino Center Boulevard. So the special concert tonight is AWOL Nation and Gym Class Heroes. Please throw a like and subscribe to the Las Vegas Papi Chulo Show. That's P-A-P-I, second word C-H-U-L-O. Las Vegas Papi Chulo Show as we take a look here at downtown Fremont Street in Las Vegas. It's looking pretty busy. Yeah, Lady J is Papi Chulo's longtime girlfriend, and she does videos with him down here in Vegas. Typically nowadays on Fremont Street, but also down on the Strip. Usually about, 9 or 10 at night, Pacific. So definitely catch them and check them out. As well as Lady J should be starting her own channel. Very soon. So you don't want to miss that either. As we head back over here to Las Vegas Boulevard, we'll make a right. Gold Spike over here. Off to the left, but I've got traffic here. Okay. Mary Jane, welcome. 163. Thank you guys so very, very much for being here. Please like and subscribe. And Tobin, would you mind dropping Vegas Unlocked and Cinnamon and vids from Mike, as well as the Papi Chulo Show? Actually, Lady J, if you could, please drop Papi Chulo's channel down in the chat. I would really appreciate it, so the folks can go straight there. So the man on a horse right here in front of us, this was on the sign. This was the sign that was out in front of the heavily mob-involved Hacienda Hotel and Casino, which is now where the Mandalay Bay is located. However, they wanted to preserve it, and in doing so, they moved it up here. And it's not illuminated right now. I'm not sure why. Because Oscar's Martini glass over here, named for longtime beloved mayor here, Oscar Goodman, as it's known, is illuminated, as is Hennessy's Tavern over there. But yeah, so because there are concerts here tonight, unfortunately, that means there's not going to be any street performers. Which means no Club Clyde tonight. At least, I mean, not down here. They will probably, my guess is, yes. You know what? That's a very good point, because Lady J, she mods for Papi Chulo's channel, and she knows exactly what to look for and what to time out for and stuff like that. Oh, are we back? Sorry about that, guys. Thank you, AB. Yes, so I thought we were. I thought I lost you guys there for a second. I was trying to click on Lady J's name there as we come up here to. Well, so El Cortez over here off to the left, as well as the praying mantis hanging out there. No dancing gorillas. Nope. Nope. Unfortunately, not. That is not going to happen this evening. What they've done. What they've done is they've Huge ring of fire dancing. Nice. Some of the street performers will come over here to the east side, the East District. Like I've seen Tony, one of the Michael Jackson performers, over here. But he doesn't get as big a space to do anything with. Lady J, I need to add you, but it is... Oh, because I'm in Prism. That's why. If I was in the YouTube app. Okay. I will definitely add you, Lady J, don't worry. I love that you're here. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Guys, look at that. It's Impala right there, right? That blue one? I have the very first channel I ever started watching in Las Vegas, the very first streamer, was Papi Chulo. And I was like, man, this guy's good. He's very entertaining. Big rig jig right there. Art. Here in front of Ferguson's, which is now a collection of different restaurants and shops in there. Yes, Lady J, perfect, thank you. Thank you, Brother Tony. Yeah, so this is the Fremont East, and in fact, as I say that, Ghetto Bird is flying overhead there. I don't know if you can see that directly ahead of us, above. Ghetto Bird is up here circling the police helicopter. So there's something going on down here. Absolutely, Lady J. You guys, I love watching you guys. And JoJo, it's so much fun to watch you guys with JoJo. I mean, it's you guys, like, you feed off of each other's energy and stuff. It's so cool. I love it. They are on almost every night of the week. Well, like every other night of the week, I think. So please like to throw a like and subscribe to the Las Vegas Papi Chulo show. Very, very cool channel. As is Late Nights with JoJo the Squirrel. That's one of my favorites too. JoJo's a really cool guy. He does karaoke down here on Fremont Street. Usually down here on Fremont Street. And has his favorites that he likes to sing, but I won't tell you what those are so that you'll watch him and find out. Zilberberg Foundation, property for lease. Inquire with Apollonia or Barack. Okay. Here on the corner of Bruce and Fremont Street. So a lot of these are all the old-time Vegas motels lining Fremont Street. Yes, Tony. Oh, good. You watch them too. Nice. All right, cool. That's awesome. Yes, it's like a part of our day. Me and Cinnamon, we're just, it's like we finally got the boys down to bed, and we're like, all right, let's watch some Papi Chulo. Out there hanging out, having a good time. And Club Clyde. I mean, Clyde is incredible. The talent that man possesses on the steel drum, just amazing. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Very, very cool stuff. Oh, nice, Paula. Yeah, so I was wondering about that. So did Planet Chaos take you guys and go party with you up there at the Troy Liquor Bar? Vegas Unlocked? Last time they did that, they had a great time up there. They had a lot of fun up there with Planet Chaos. Also, please throw a like and subscribe. If one of my mods could please throw the link up for Planet Chaos. Very, very cool couple. They do some terrific live streams here in Vegas as well. They go to like different restaurants and stuff like that. And it's funny, Lady J. I started this live stream out in front of the Bootlegger, which is one of the places that I saw that you and Papi Chulo were at. Was it for your birthday or his birthday? Something like that. It was a special occasion. And I actually started the live stream out there when I began it. So we come up here to Charleston. Go ahead and get over in here. Blue Angel Motel sign. Go ahead and pull in here real quick. And I don't know why all that static just came from in my speakers. And so here it is, the Blue Angel Motel sign, guys. This one rotates. Yep, she's still rotating, so that's good. They're taking care of her. Bootlegger, very cool, yes. Robert Miner, welcome. Thank you for being here. Sal, Robert Miner is one of your very, very loyal, awesome viewers. He's the one that coordinated the very first meetup for us down on Fremont, down in back in February. That was really, really cool. Mary Jane, welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm sorry if I missed you guys. But yeah, so Blue Angel right there. Uh-oh, this guy thinks I want a car wash. Crew member. All right. Go ahead and turn around. He was just hanging out in there, I guess. Now he's putting the cones up. All right. Go back, head back westbound on Fremont Street. It is approaching 7 p.m. here, Pacific. $3.29 a gallon here at this Arco for cash per gallon. Regular unleaded. Go out here. And I still don't know what they're building on that corner there at Fremont and Eastern. They haven't put any signs up indicating what it'll be. There goes Metro. Every time I come, it seems like every time I come out to this intersection, Metro's always, oh my goodness, well, I can't do that. I can't pull all the way over. I can't cross all those multiple lanes of traffic. I'm not in front of a cop. Again, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Really, really appreciate you guys being here tonight. You guys could be anywhere and you're here with me, and that means everything to me. It really does. Thank you so very, very much. See, there's Metro over there too. They're ubiquitous tonight. It's a new Cane's. Okay, cool. Cool. I didn't know that. Thank you. Ms. Joy, welcome. I'm well. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Really, really grateful for all of you guys. We do these every Saturday night. The Las Vegas Strip live drives. My wife works until 9 p.m. during the week, so I watch the boys during that time. And then Fridays, of course, she works until 9, so I don't get to go out and do any drives or anything, any live streams. But on Saturday nights, it's on. I'm gonna go in this AutoZone and turn around in here. And you can see just how different it is down here at the very east end of Fremont Street versus the tourist district over there, where the Fremont Street Experience is. Yeah, in fact, last night, there were a number of fights down on Fremont too. Again, those words spoken by Planet Chaos. Nothing good happens on Fremont after 12 midnight. Certainly rang true last night. Apologies for the sun there, guys. Baby Love, welcome and congratulations. That's so cool. Very cool. Nice, Lady J. Very cool. We need to check it out. My wife is Italian. Cinnamon and Jupiter. She's Italian, so we definitely need to go down there and check that place out. Thank you. That's a good recommendation. That place is. It looks fun from the outside, and definitely with the vintage Vegas, they got me hooked because you can't find much vintage Vegas anything anymore. The way everything's going. Guy's walking his Chihuahua. Bus lane ahead. Okay. Yeah, that's right. This reduces down to 2 lanes. But the back in the day, the people that the guys primarily that were out there working on the Hoover Dam would travel this route to and from Hoover Dam to come let loose and party and spend some money. Because of course, Boulder City, there is no gambling, still present day. So they would come up here to Vegas. And Henderson wasn't really a thing yet back then. Supercharged. I can't tell what the second word says on that third brake light. Supercharged something. Oh goodness, I'm sorry guys. Wow, did not realize you were all zoomed in. Apologies for that. Yeah, this Corvette in front of us has supercharged something on its third brake light. Desert Moon Motel over here off to the right. Milan Bakery. I don't think that place is open. Yeah, I wouldn't think so. Nope, it's all boarded up and has gates on it too. That's what I had a viewer comment that was one of the things about Marble Manor that we saw over there off of Bonanza and like J Street on the historic west side. They said all the plywood up over the windows, they did that because they don't want the unhoused, unsheltered homeless folks breaking in and taking up residency in those buildings now that they're empty. So it's not aesthetically pleasing for sure, but they're doing it because they don't want, you know, the squatters to come in and then damage things even more or whatever. All right, we've got the green light here at 13th Street. So 13th Street forks off from Maryland Parkway, and it's the northbound lanes of Maryland Parkway pretty much, while Maryland Parkway keeps its southbound lanes. It's a major thoroughfare here on the east side of town, but it's all very heavily under construction. Now that he's approaching the strip, oh, okay, looks like he's putting the top up. The strip, not the strip, Fremont Street. He's gonna put the top up. Brina, welcome, thank you for being here. Thank you guys so much. There's the big rig jig again, right there in front of Ferguson's. And that's an interesting name for a bar. F, the letter F as in Foxtrot. F, the bar. That's the name. F, the bar. So take a look over here, guys. Wow. That's cool. Impala with, I don't know what that black car was. And I'm gonna come in here and show you guys this. Just one of those little things about Vegas that you never really notice. But shout out to Tobin for helping me out with all this. Noticing these things and helping me commit it to memory. So this parking lot here, well, we have a happy couple being photographed. Don't mind us, we're just hanging out here. Right up here on the light posts for this parking lot, you'll notice some mannequins literally hanging out right here at the Ambassador Motel sign. And again, huge shout out to Tobin for helping us out with this. There's a pink one, and a beige one, and then a green one down there. And again, just one of those things. You never know. You never notice. It's really wild. Really, really cool stuff. Yeah, I bet, baby love. Yeah. You know, if I didn't realize they were there, I'd be like, what? I'd look up and be like, what? So let's see real quick what the consensus is for this across the street. The blue one, I believe, is an Impala, but anyone have any guesses to the black car? Nice white walls on it too. Beautiful car. Right out here in front of Atomic Liquors, which is a long-time downtown Las Vegas staple. Has been here for eons. In fact, they used to have a deck out on the roof for folks to watch the atomic explosions out there near Area 51 out in the desert. Yes, Vegas Online. I love you all. Thank you guys so very, very much for being here. A 39 or a 37. Wow, that's awesome. That's really cool. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and go park, and then I've got to end the stream, and then I will be live again right around 8 p.m. Pacific. I hope you guys will come back and join me at that time if you're still available for Dr. Rock live on Fremont Street. Rock and roll. And again, my moderators, thank you guys so very, very much for being here. Vids from Mike, Cinnamon and Jupiter. Please throw them a like and subscribe. The Las Vegas Papi Chulo Show. Tony Teresi, Vegas Unlocked. Don't miss that interview with Spandex Nation Monday night, or Monday evening at 6:30 p.m. on Vegas Unlocked. Oh yeah, no, Yogi, I would, but I just don't want to leave the car running while I go up to them, because I don't want to lose the stream, you know. Although I guess I'm ending it now, but but thank you guys so very, very much. I love you all. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing, and I hope to see you again in an hour at 8 o'clock. And as always, remember here on the VegasDon channel, it is the journey where what happens in Vegas stays right here on the VegasDon channel on YouTube. We'll see you guys hopefully in an hour.